Welcome to MMA Fancast. I have a repeat guest back on the show, Edwin Vera. Good to have you back.
Juhan, how you doing, man?
It's been fun following your career, your MMA career so far. You are fighting at an advanced amateur level, which means you've had at least 3 fights. You're up to 3 wins, 2 losses, 5 fights. We're in fight week for 247 Fighting Championship Brawl in the Burgh 10. Let's talk about how you're feeling, how you're doing going into this camp. You're going to be fighting a guy who's 5-5, a ton of amateur fights as well. It's really 2 very experienced amateurs that are probably right at that next level fighting each other. So what are your thoughts on that fight 4 or 5 days out?
Man, I feel real good. Like, this is my best training camp I ever had. You know, like I started wrestling, putting the wrestling classes to work, man. And let me tell you something, man, that shit, it's been giving me so much openings to new shit, to new stuff now in my fight game, you know? And like, with this fight, I feel like it's gonna be, of course, every fight's gonna be hard, but I feel like I feel very, very confident coming into this fight, you feel me? And like, my momentum is up there and I don't feel like it's going to come down. 2022 is my year.
I'm excited for 2022 to be your year. You are really the evolution of a guy who was street fighting, just brawling, throwing hands, to now somebody who's been training at a great gym, like you said, working in grappling. Talk a little bit more about what it's like to go, and you have great hands, but to go from a guy who's about just throwing hands to a more well-rounded mixed martial artist.
Well, shit. At first it was kind of frustrating because, like, it's so much stuff you got to do. Like, and you know, it's one thing, fight, like boxing, boom, you boxing. And it's one thing wrestling, but to incorporate everything together, it gets so frustrating and stuff. But then, like, I started getting the hang of it, and it's like, it's fun, you know. I'm still not at that. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out shit, but you know, it's fun. It's fun while I'm doing it, you know. Like, it gets frustrating at times. I get real frustrated, but at the end of the day, I know doing all of this is gonna make me better than what I was yesterday.
And that's a very healthy attitude. You're a guy that fights with a lot of energy and excitement. The crowd loves you. I think you're representing the Mat Factory, so you got a lot of great talent behind you, a lot of wonderful coaches, a lot of great training partners. Who's been sparring with you or grappling with you the most coming into this fight?
I have, there's been 3 really good people I've been like training with. One of them is one of the 247 fighters, Naomi Ferdos, Bobby Schmurda. You feel me?
Shout Bobby Murda, yeah.
You feel me? And a new up-and-coming fighter that we got in the Mat Factory. His name is Elijah Davis.
Okay.
Crazy ass fucking wrestler, bro. You don't worry. You'll be hip to him pretty soon too. He's gonna be making his debut pretty soon, you know. Really good fucking wrestler, grinder, real hard grinder. And of course, can't leave out my boy Shaka Worthy. Every Saturday, me and Shaka go at it, you know? We got this little game we be playing out. Who's going to take down who first and how many takedowns is he going to get, you know? Like, so those, Bobby and Elijah has been, like, throughout my whole fight camp, they've been helping me, you know? And, of course, I got all my other guys, you know? I got Jake, I got Cody, I got JP, I got Julian, I got Quincy, I got Richie Catalina, you know? I got him too. I got him back in my corner too, and it's blessed to have him. You know, I'm sharpening up my boxing skills again. You know, and Quincy McCombs is there with him too, so it's always good to see them. You know, and their knowledge is always good to get knowledge from them in the striking game. So you know, I've been working. This camp by far has been the best camp because these 2 losses, I didn't take them and was like pouting and you know, like, oh, I'm not gonna do it again. I took these 2 losses to my advantage and work on what I needed to work on and how we gonna do it, and you know, get right back to it. That's all I've been doing, man. And like, these losses actually made me even want to fight even more and see what I can do now. You know.
You are a blast to have on the show. This is your personality all the time, which I think is great. You're infectious. You laugh. You have a great time, and then you also go in there like you would never want to leave the cage. So, but I think it really does give you it gave you an opportunity to figure out what you wanted to do after 2 losses. And like you said, it made you want to fight more, figure out the things to improve in your game and get even better. And obviously some people might have walked away, but that's not you. You're excited to get back in there. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to get you on the show during fight week, because I knew you'd be excited to go. And I actually had interviewed Austin Martinez, and he's making a drive in. And, you know, obviously he's thinking this is his opportunity, because both of you guys have a lot of experience at the amateur level. Have you looked at any of his tape? Have you watched any of his stuff?
I mean, you know, like I let my coaches do all of that,
Sure.
you know, like with me it's like, it's going to be my fight. So I'm not going to watch him, you know, I'm going to make it my fight. So, you know, there is stuff that, you know, my coaches did watch, and we are working on the stuff, but mostly like, I'm going to make it my fight more than it's going to make it his, you know? So it's like, to me, it really doesn't matter watching tape, not watching tape, because at the end of the day, it's going to be my fight. I'm going to make you make those mistakes and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter.
Well, I think as you improve and as you have this confidence and wrestling game in your hands, of course, this is also an advanced amateur, longer fight, 3 3-minute rounds, bare shins. It looks, for a lot of people that don't know, it looks like a pro fight. There are some rules and limitations on what you can and can't do, but visually it looks like what it looks like at pro, as far as the bare shins and ground and pound, those type things. It's pretty exciting. I think you have the right attitude and mindset. The Mat Factory, I have to ask you, I don't think I've asked you this. This, of course, back in May of 2021, your Mat Factory buddy, Jake Lowry, had an incredible come from behind win, where he really just showed the determination of having a really rough round, and then having the exact opposite and getting a huge stoppage. What was it like to either be there live or watch it later, and just kind of get that atmosphere of what a fighter can do even when the fight's going against them?
I remember that fight, actually. I was here at my house. I was watching it with my girlfriend, and we was watching it on pay-per-view. When I seen that fight, my girl, she was seeing it with me. She was like, oh my God. I'm like, but chill. This is Jake Lowry we talking about, man. I had not one thing crossed my mind saying that, oh, he's gonna give up on, because that fucking man, Jake is a fucking beast. That's all I could say. You know, he is one of the best, if not the best pro fighter we have in our MMA gym and stuff like that. He has no fucking quit in him, man. He's a monster. He's a beast. That's all
I love bringing that up, because the Mat Factory is legendary. Isaac Greeley just won a national black belt IBJJF title. I mean, it's incredible what you have around you. And I think Jake Lowry just really shows kind of the attitude you've had, in the sense of you trust your coaches, you go out there, you want to make the adjustments, and you've got to really, you know, dig deep. And that's the heart and the attitude that you have. I know if it was your decision, your last fight wouldn't have gotten stopped. But you know, it's one of those things where I think there's times for you had the opportunity to take some breaks, get better, heal up, because that was a tough fight. And like you said, make the changes. It's going to be your fight. That's your mindset. Can't wait to see what happens in the cage. Brawl in the Burgh 10.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a sellout. Get your tickets if you still can. Monroeville Convention Center. Brawl in the Burgh 10 for 247 Fighting Championships. To come watch that guy, all the Mat Factory, the Academy, and all the other gyms.
Y'all come get y'all tickets, man. Y'all know I always put on the show.
You do. All right, brother. I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you.
You have a nice one, man. Hey, make sure you tell Mr. Ryan Middleton he owes me a triple cheeseburger, man. Stop playing with me.
Do you want that, like, in the cage after you've won? You get the triple cheeseburger.
Yeah, after I won, tell him to pass me that triple stack cheeseburger, man. Stop playing with me.
Okay, well, I'll pass the word along. And if he doesn't, let's put this out. If he doesn't, I'll have to call him out on the mic afterwards, you know, and say, hey, Ryan, where's the triple cheeseburger?
That's why I like you, Mr. Luke. That's why I like you.
We'll get it done. We'll see what happens. All right, pal.
It's Jim Mooney too, man.
Hey, what do I got to do with Jim Mooney? Do I have to call him?
No, I said big shout out to Mr. Jim Mooney, man. That's my guy. I hope he comes looking You know, he be
Oh
having the
yeah. Oh
suits,
yeah.
man.
Did you
I hope
see his black and gold jacket?
Oh
It was
my god.
oh
Yeah, I was trying
my.
to get a picture with him, man. He
Woo!
disappeared.
Woo! It is impressive. For people that don't know, Jim Mooney's the matchmaker, and he has decided to take his game up. His style game is just too high at this point. I
Yeah,
don't
his
know what.
swag is off the
Yeah, I
charts,
don't know
man.
what he's gonna do at this point. Well, thanks again for coming out. I
But
will
yeah,
remind Ryan for your cheeseburger and see you Saturday. Have a good
all
one.
right. See you
All right,
Saturday.
you
You have a
got it,
nice
pal. All right, bye bye.